Hello, my name is Jill from ANU Online. In this video I'm going to show you how to set up a choice activity in Wattle. Choice is an activity that you can put on your course site for all participants to provide some kind of quick feedback. It may be a quick poll, some feedback on an aspect of the course, a quick survey of the participants' experience with online learning, for example. The emphasis is that it is quick. It doesn't have as many features as a very similar tool that we'll describe later called feedback, but it is quick to set up and it's good for if you want just some instant answers from your participants. So setting up choice, first make sure editing is on. Then select Add Activity and Resource to bring up the list of activities and resources. Choose Choice. This brings up some text fields for you to give your choice activity a name and a description, and to set some options for the activity. Type in a name for your choice activity, then type in a brief description. My activity is to determine the level of participants' experience with Wattle activities. You can set the display mode to vertical or horizontal. This means the options students choose from are displayed either in a vertical list or horizontally across the page. I prefer the vertical option. I'm going to leave the next two options at the default because I don't need the choices to be updated and I do not wish to limit the number of responses. I'm going to type in 3 different possible answers for students to choose from. You can add 3 more choices if you wish, but 3 will be enough for this activity. If you wish to restrict the activity to a window of time, tick the box next to Restrict answering to this time period and enter the dates you wish to apply. I am leaving mine open to be completed any time during the course. Next, decide if you wish others to see the results of the poll or survey. The drop-down menu gives you a number of options, and what you decide will depend on what you hope to achieve with this activity. I am not assessing students on this activity and the results may be of interest to all participants, so I'm going to select Always Show Results to Students. I'm going to choose to publish results anonymously to save me the trouble of seeking permission from each participant to disclose their details in the results. The identity of each participant is not important to my aim. I'm not going to bother with a column for unanswered questions because this is not going to affect anything I'm attempting. Common module settings are used to show or hide the activity and to divide the students into groups for participation. I'm going to show my activity and I do not have groups for this activity, so we'll leave the defaults. There are a range of restrictions that can be imposed, such as limiting the exercise to specific students or groups, date restrictions, and so on, but I'm not going to need any of these. Activity completion is only important if you've made the activity compulsory or as part of assessment. You can turn activity completion off altogether, allow students to manually mark as completed, or put conditions on when the activity is shown as completed. The conditions can be that the student must view it to complete it and or make a choice to complete. I'm going to leave this turned off as the activity is not a required one nor part of assessment. I will leave the students to mark their own progress. I am not going to place any date condition on this activity but leave it open to be completed any time during the course. If I wish to put a date on the time by which it needs to be completed, I would tick Enable and enter some dates. Now I will save and return to the course where I can now see my choice activity called Your Wattle Experience. If I click on this now, I get taken to the page where it shows responses. As you can see, the choices are sitting there for students to choose using the radio buttons. At this stage, no student has participated, so everything is 0%. However, after some students have entered some answers, this is what I will see. The responses are shown as percentages for each question. I can click on View 6 responses to see the individual student answers. I am able to see which student gave which response, but students cannot see other individual responses, only the percentages. On this page, you have the option to download the responses in a number of different spreadsheet formats. Also, you can select students and delete them using Choose an Action menu. Thank you for watching this video on the choice activity. Have fun thinking of your own choice activity for your students.